Hi, this is Kathy. I'll be narrating the tutorial how to use the Keep It Simple habit tracker, and this session is building your foundation. Dream big. If you don't know what you want, it's harder to get it. Remember when you were a child and you wanted to be something when you grew up? I wanted to be a ballerina, a fireman, a set designer on Broadway. What are your dreams today? What do you want to be now? Questions to ask yourself. What kind of person do you want to be? Where do you want to be in life in a month, 6 months, a year from now? Where do you want to live? What do you want to do for a living? What does your ideal relationship with a friend or a partner look like? What do you want your purpose in life to be? Write your answers as if your dreams have already happened. Use extra paper or a notebook if you need more space. Be as specific as you can. The personal takeaway is increased personal clarity. For example, I live in a cabin surrounded by trees, 5 acres of land that has a stream running through it with a vegetable garden and fruit trees, and our cat. My marriage is an amazing friendship filled with love and trust. I visited all of the Disney resorts. I visited Ireland and Scotland and walked through a lush green meadow at sunrise. I have wonderful friendships. I make my money trading stock options, owning rental properties, and selling my recovery milestone gifts and cards. In order to do these things, I maintain a high daily level of recovery by working my steps, sticking close to the fellowship, and consistently seeking a relationship with my higher power. There you go. Now you go. Just for today. Find the similarities. Review everything you wrote in the previous exercise. Which items stand out most to you? Are there common threads in your dream? Write down those common threads, those key themes. The takeaway from here is narrowing the focus. I wrote down travel, financial freedom, repair family relationships, work with my sponsor, and do the steps. Crystal clear direction. Your main thing. Select one of the themes that seems most urgent to you that will move you closer to your future self. This will be your main thing. Write it down in the space provided. The takeaway, you've made a commitment to a goal. I put complete my step work. A lesson in personal discipline. Basically, if we don't make the time to work towards our goals, we will never make progress. I completed my steps by setting aside 30 minutes a day that was devoted to the work. The takeaway, making time. You can read this little time blocking here at the bottom of the page. The second brainstorm. Determine your top 3 action steps. Breaking it down. I love this exercise and I encourage you to ask for input from trusted friends. 1. Brainstorm all the ways you can take action to complete your main thing. No idea is too crazy. We'll write our main thing in the middle. Step away from the exercise for a few hours. Revisit the page of ideas and determine the 3 ideas that you believe will most likely help you complete your main thing. The takeaway here is creating bite-sized action. So let's see what I wrote. Abstain from all mood and mind-altering substances. That's a good one. Boundary, non-negotiable, consistent time block. I probably need a notebook, pen and a pencil, some program literature, a regular weekly meetup with my sponsor, some clear direction, and a calendar with reminders and alarms, and maybe a deadline for each step. So this is my brainstorm. I wrote down all the things I might need. Then I step away and I come back and I circle 3 of the biggest ideas. What are going to get me there the fastest? Apparently having a non-negotiable consistent time block will probably do it. Having a deadline to complete each step, and definitely a regular weekly meetup with my sponsor. These are bite-sized actions that get me to my goal of completing all my steps. Making the main thing happen. Knowing what action to take. Now that you've determined which steps will help you complete your main thing, list those steps here. Write the top 3, the ones you circled in that brainstorm sheet, first. Then write down the rest of those ideas for reference. Your takeaway is creating those bite-sized actions. So I wrote down I'm going to time block my work, set deadlines, and have regular sponsor meetings. Oh, and also abstain. I'm not going to do drugs or alcohol while I'm doing this. And then the other things were set a reminder alarm, ask for clear direction, and read that program literature. Discovering your why. Why? Knowing your why will help you maintain your momentum on those days when you might wake up unmotivated to continue. Referring to your why will help you get back on track. I included a video for reference on the worksheet, and I've also included a link in the description area of this video to give you an idea of what this exercise looks like. Ideally, doing it with a trusted friend gives you the most benefit. Doing it alone, maybe looking into a mirror, works too, though. The takeaway? When you want to give up, this helps you to remember why you started. And I have a little example here. Why is it important to you to complete your main thing? Well, at the time, I wanted to get the law off my back. And why is it important for you to get the law off your back? So I don't go to prison. Pretty strong reason there. Why is it important for you to stay out of prison? I don't want to disappoint my parents or children. And why is it important for you to avoid disappointing them? I've let them down many times. I want a different future. Why is it important to you to have a different future? So I can set a better example, feel pride, and change the legacy I've created. Specifically, why is it important to you to change your legacy? To correct the mistakes of my past. Why is it important for you to correct the mistakes? To be the parent, daughter, sister, wife, friend I'd want to have to know. Pretty strong why. That's why I do this. Daily character, asset, and liabilities inventory. Before I retire at night, I constructively review my day, to paraphrase a big book suggestion. As a side note, that's actually out of the 11th step, but a 10th step inventory is a daily inventory which we continue to take once we do all the steps. So this says, doing a daily 10th step inventory keeps me accountable and clearly shows me all of my behaviors, both the behaviors I'm not proud of and the behaviors I'd rather exhibit and practice. If you haven't completed step 7, you can use the beginner's set of liabilities and assets listed on the grid to the left: pride, gluttony, lust, wrath, envy, sloth, and greed, and their opposite assets: humility, temperance, chastity, patience or forgiveness, kindness, diligence or action, and charity. If you have completed step 7, you have a list of liabilities and assets that are specific to you. You can transfer that list on the grid to the left. The takeaway? Know yourself. I've made an example here. Dishonesty, fearful, intolerant, self-doubt, self-pity. And for me, I need to work on my honesty, be courageous, tolerant for sure, have faith, and also help others. Really important for my recovery. So this is what the daily inventory sheet looks like. It's in your book. Once you've listed your character assets and liabilities in the previous worksheet, you are going to need to complete your daily inventory sheet. In your habit tracker are 3 colored tab pages, a purple one, a green one, and a pink one. These are where your daily inventory sheets are located. Flip to the purple tab. It should be the first tab. Write your liabilities in the column on the left. Pride, gluttony, lust, anger, envy, laziness, greed. Laziness is also sloth. And then write your corresponding assets in the column on the right. Humility, temperance, chastity, forgiveness, kindness, action, and charity. The takeaway for this exercise is that you're creating a daily visual cue to track where you are and where you want to be in your behaviors. It's very helpful to me. I do it all the time. On the other side of that 10-step inventory is this quick reference page. The morning routine. The first hour of your day belongs to you. List the items that will prepare you to take on the day. I've listed my morning routine as an example. Daily affirmations. A beneficial tool to retrain your thoughts. List some positive affirmations you'd like to embody as if they're already true. I am a kind and patient person. I am capable and competent. I know my worth. I am loving and tolerant. I include my loved ones in family decisions. That last one I have to work on a lot. And your why. Write your why so you can easily flip to it every morning and review what you wrote. So remember, my why was that I am committed to staying sober and recovering from my thinking so I can be a healthy human being, someone I would want to be friends with and have in my life. And the last is the weekly prep page. I don't know about you, but I'm a fast forgetter, and the best way for me to firmly plant memories into my mind is to write, write, write. This page is a quick way to prepare you for your upcoming week, placing your intentions in the forefront of your mind. Fill in the first day and date of the week and the last day. Fill in your top 3 action steps. Pre-plan your celebration. Your accomplishment could be as simple as, I filled in all those pages for the whole week. But list a few ways you'd like to congratulate yourself at the end of the week for caring enough to put yourself first. I've listed a few of mine. So you'll see I have the date. My top action items were scheduling the time block, setting a deadline, and meeting with my sponsor. And then when I do that, at the end of the week, I get to celebrate. I can get a massage, or I can go to the movies, or I can buy a new book to read. There's hundreds of things you can do. One of them now is I put Lego together. I love Lego kits. And doing something different. Go to a museum one time. Give yourself a manicure. I'm sure guys have a great list. I don't know what guys do when they want to go have playtime. So there you go. Whew, that was a lot, I know. You did it though. You are building your new foundation. In the next video, the daily, I'll share with you how I use this habit tracker every day to move forward in my life, even on the hard days, practicing the principles of the 12 steps in all my affairs. See you in the next video. Keep it simple, habit tracker. How to do the daily.